Imagine this. You've been thinking about someone for days. Maybe you saw their profile online, maybe you bumped into them at a party, or maybe you just felt a spark in a random comment thread. Finally, you muster up the courage, you type out that very first message, and you hit send. You wait, and nothing. Or maybe you get a reply, just a hey, and then the conversation fizzles before it ever even gets going. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Most people make small but critical mistakes in their very first message. These can kill the spark before it even starts. But here's the good news. Today, you're going to learn what those mistakes are and how to avoid them. After this, your first messages will never be the same again. You'll know exactly how to start a conversation that actually leads somewhere. Whether you're texting, chatting online, or sliding into someone's DMs. Ready? Let's dive into the 5 biggest mistakes in the first message and how to do it right. Let's start with the most common mistake of all, just saying, Hi. You think you're being friendly, keeping it simple, not doing anything wrong. But here's the problem. Hi isn't engaging, it's empty, it's just there. Imagine you get a message from a stranger and it's only hi. What are you supposed to say? Hi back? That's the end of the conversation right there. There's no energy, no reason to reply, and no opening for anything interesting to happen. Instead, you want to add a little spark. Don't just greet them, give them something to respond to. For example, instead of just saying, Hi, try this. Hey, I really like that photo on your profile. Where was it taken? Now you're greeting them and opening up a door for conversation. You're showing interest, giving them something to talk about, and inviting them to share. It's simple, but it makes all the difference. Now let's talk about the opposite mistake, sending a long life story. We've all seen it. Someone sends a whole novel in the first message. Maybe they're nervous, maybe they want to show their personality, maybe they think they need to explain everything. But what actually happens? The other person feels overwhelmed. It's too much, too soon. They barely know you, and suddenly they have to read 8 paragraphs just to figure out how to reply. Think about it from their perspective. Are you going to reply to a wall of text from someone you don't know? Probably not. It feels like work, not fun. So don't make your first message a biography. Instead, keep it short, warm, and clear. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. For example, Hi, I noticed you love this band. I'm a big fan too. What's your favorite song? That's inviting, easy to respond to, and shows genuine interest without overwhelming them. Less is more, especially in the beginning. The next mistake is one you might not even realize you're making, being too formal or cold. Some people sound like they're at a job interview instead of starting a chat. Maybe you want to be polite, respectful, mature. But if you're too stiff, you create distance. You sound like a stranger, not someone they'd want to get to know. Picture this. Hello, madam. How are you this evening? That's not flirting, that's customer service. It's polite, but it's not personal and it doesn't feel natural. Instead, be yourself. Be casual, but still respectful. Imagine talking to a friend, not a boss. For example, Hey, I saw you posted this song. I love it too. That feels friendly, open, and relaxed. You're showing interest, you're connecting over something specific, and you're inviting warmth. The trick is to keep it real. Don't overthink it. Now, let's talk about coming on too strong, too soon. Some people get really excited and flood the first message with compliments, emojis, even declarations of love. You might think you're showing enthusiasm or making the other person feel special, but actually, it can feel overwhelming. You don't know them yet, and they don't know you. Too much flattery, too soon, can make someone feel awkward or suspicious. Imagine getting a message like, You're the most beautiful person in the world. I fell in love with you instantly. Whoa, slow down. That's too much, too fast. It doesn't feel genuine and it can actually push people away. Instead, keep compliments small and light. For example, you've got such a positive vibe in your photo. That's genuine, friendly, and not over the top. It's enough to make someone smile, but not enough to make them uncomfortable. Remember, you're not trying to impress them with poetry, you're just starting a conversation. The last big mistake is one that's easy to overlook: not asking any questions. A message with no question gives the other person nothing to work with. The conversation just dies because there's no clear way for them to reply. For example, "Hi, I'm Alex." And that's it. What are they supposed to say? Cool. The ball just drops. Instead, ask something that invites a response. Questions are the fuel of a good conversation. For example, "I saw you like traveling. What's the most amazing place you've been to?" That creates a flow naturally. It shows you're interested in them and it gives them a chance to share something personal. People love talking about their experiences, so a good question makes it easy for them to open up. So, let's recap. The first message is simple but crucial. Don't just say hi. That's too boring. Don't write a novel. Keep it short and sweet. Don't be overly formal. Be natural and friendly. Don't go overboard with flattery. Keep compliments light and genuine. And don't forget to ask a question. Give them something to respond to. These small changes can make a huge difference in how someone responds to you. Why does all this matter? Because the first message sets the tone for everything that comes next. If you start strong, you build trust, curiosity, and connection. You show that you're confident, interesting, and genuinely interested in the other person, not just throwing words into the void. The best conversations aren't forced, they flow naturally because both people feel relaxed and engaged. So, next time you're about to send that first message, take a breath and remember these tips. Read their profile, find something real to comment on, keep it short and friendly, and always invite them to respond. You might be surprised at how much more fun and rewarding your conversations become. But here's one more secret. Don't get discouraged if things don't go perfectly every time. Even the best first messages don't always get a reply. Sometimes people are busy, distracted, or just not in the mood to chat. That's okay. It's not about perfection, it's about making a real effort to connect. The more you practice, the better you'll get, and the easier it will be to start conversations that actually matter. If this gave you new ideas for starting conversations, you're already ahead of the game. And if you want to go even deeper, stick around. In the next videos, we'll dive into texting strategies, real life flirting tips, and how to build real connections step by step. Because that's what it's all about, not just getting a reply, but actually building something real.